And to me, as a Jew, this bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. I lose sleep over it. I know to most people who are listening to this, they don't think about this twice. It's not your family that's in danger. You know, think about that for a second. This is my family's under attack, bro. And Larry, I'm going to put something, you know, we're going to swing this back to something that's very relevant to this podcast. If in prison, these are all bad guys in one way or another, right? The fact of the matter is, if it exists between criminals, the scum of the earth, as some people would say. No, listen, you and me, bro, we have our history. If the scum of the earth has some sort of system and code of ethics that they live on, we can do that right here in the free world, can't we? Can't we have a code of ethics? You know that if you kill me, I come back and kill you. So why are people saying that Israel should cease fire?
Listen. Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton, and we got a special guest, Ed Benz.
Baby! What up?
As you heard, we had the old intro. That we used for a year and a half. And we're going to have a good update here before I get started. Everybody, check us out. And check out our sponsor, Oliva Cigar. They make the great Crooked Diamond. They don't do the book, but I have 2 books coming out soon. And then, of course, we have our lighters and our cigar deodorizers and everything. And we got Benz.
Benz, baby.
None of this was around, actually. That's a man. You know, a lot has happened since we've been here. First of all, welcome back to the show.
Hey, it's good to be here.
Second of all, how's the family, the new baby?
Everybody's doing great, bro.
Yeah,
thanks for that.
That's good. Oh, of course. I love Amanda, and you guys are good parents, and I love that.
I appreciate you saying that.
Oh, you are, and I love that. I'm as crazy fuck, but I love kids. So
I know that.
I'm never gonna.
Hey, you got a grandchild now?
I got 3.
Well, listen, I'm talking about the newest edition.
Yeah, right here down in Miami.
From your daughter, right?
Yeah, from Miami. Now, in July, he'll be 1 year old.
Wow.
July, man, time flies, man. Really does. I mean, flies. So
it's been since July, bro. Now, we see each other often.
Yeah,
so
lunch really, at least once a week, probably, or more. Sometimes, depends.
You and I know what's up with each other's lives. So, sitting here and you can ask me questions, but you already know all the answers to all the questions.
No, not all of them.
All right, then ask me some questions.
No, you're going to get questioned, of course. What are you in a rush? What do you want to get out of here?
No.
We're not getting swatted. The cops aren't coming in here.
Not today anyway.
Yeah, not today anyway. But, I often think of that now when I'm out in here. I said, man, I hope not, because, man, that was a freaky time. I remember that.
I remember when that happened. Listen, here's one thing that can happen to Larry, even Larry, that would kind of set you off, right? I mean, reminds you of what it was like to be in the situation in prison and being alert. And all of a sudden you're home, you're relaxed. It's been years.
You don't have to.
You don't have to worry about that. Or all of a sudden, knock on the door in the middle of the night. They knock the door down. Come out with your hands up. The type of that has to go through your head for that, man. I can only imagine.
That was really freaky, and I'll never forget it because I was making the bar that exploded.
The bar that exploded. So the listeners already know about this.
The bar
that exploded.
Yeah, well, they know. Yeah, I talked about it, I think, on the show. It only happened a week ago.
The one wheel. Yeah, you guys know the one wheel did it.
The one wheel did it. Nick did
it. Is that what that thing's called? The one wheel?
Yeah.
But I know that was Larry wasn't on it. I don't think we.
No, thank God. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever would have got on it. When I seen him, he used it for a whole night. We went to Palm Bay Road. Over 20 miles an hour. That thing
fucking goes. Built for his size and
no, it's built. It goes up to 275 pounds.
26? Yeah, a young boy.
275 pounds.
I'm just a little baby.
Just a little baby.
How old are you now, Benz?
38.
Oh my God, it makes me getting older. 38.
You feel fucking old when I'm 38? Sheesh, bro.
No, I said you're getting older. That makes me get older. I'll be 63.
That's how that works.
Wow.
I'm 38.
38, bro.
What?
I thought you might have been 31.
Wow.
I'll take that as a compliment. Listen, when we were on the show, I don't think people have asked about my age previously when I was doing the show.
Yeah.
And people were used to ask about my age all the time. When we used to fuck around, we used to say I was 50, 60, remember? We never actually gave them the real age. So this is kind of a big drop. I mean, for the people. So what do you think are the percentage of the listeners that are still listening from the time I was on the show?
Oh, my God.
I'll bet a lot.
Hold on.
No, I know the show's grown. There's no doubt about it.
I told you, every 5 podcasts, there's multiple people that do ask about you, but there's this one person that makes me laugh so hard. And he almost every 5 podcasts he'll chime in and be like, "Benz owes me money. Where is
somebody
he?
money?
Where is he?" And one time he gave the reason, and it was like the most like delusional thing I've ever read.
Dude, don't put it past me real quick. Tell me what the reason is. This may be legit, bro. I've got a weird history, bro.
It was like Ben stole my quote and did something with it.
Oh,
and now
I know which one he's talking
I have no idea.
And
you
he's
know that.
so upset.
I know who you're talking about because
so
do you remember what was his name? He was on the show for a little while. Super cool dude. Jason. So Jason was telling me he was reading through them. Me and Jason still keep in contact.
Yeah.
I could be so
Tell him I
often.
said hello.
I will, absolutely. He always asks about you, and he always wants to know that you're doing good.
Tell him, definitely. I hope he comes by. Tell him
we should do a show with fucking Jason.
The 3 of us.
You know he's got his own podcast now.
Who, Jason?
Yeah. Can I give him a shout out?
Of course you can.
The podcast, it's called Not My Father or something. I'll look it up in a second. I'll give you the actual name. Anyways, this is what he fucking says to me. He says, I've been looking at all the videos and stuff and reading comments about the old videos that we used to do. And he said, there's this one fucking guy. I forget what the exact quote was, but I put it on my merch. And
I love it.
I put it on the merch,
Good.
and I ended up selling it. But you remember, we sold a bunch of merch, like right out of the gate, that Benz merch. Now, I haven't done much with it, and they're still selling, believe it or not. I think for people who don't even know what the fuck it is, they just like the design.
That's the best type of merch.
But
it is. Nick is
That's my goal. I want to see some
out.
random person just wearing something that they have no idea where it's from. That's
Bro,
the
that
goal.
happens all the fucking
That's the
time.
goal for
I
merchandise.
saw somebody wearing a fucking Metallica shirt and didn't know who Metallica was.
Good.
We got guys in Boston.
That's the best thing for your merchandise.
I mean, that's because they sell that shit at Ross.
Yeah.
Anyways, the quote was what? It was ignorant and arrogant, or arrogant and ignorant. Do you remember that? The guy was just like, I don't like Ben. He posted on one of our videos early on.
It's so funny.
Like, Benz is ignorant and arrogant, and he's a piece of shit. So I took that and I put it on a shirt, and guess what? We sold more of that shirt than anything else, and that's what he thinks I owe him money on.
I love
Find
it.
me, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, I love it. It's so funny because it's so like, it's the best. That's the only negative one is him, and it's so funny.
I like that. I told Larry we want the haters.
Yeah.
He was like, why do you
tells me that all the time.
When I get negative comments, I'm like, whatever.
Dude,
like,
the haters is where it's at.
You want to talk a YouTube baby?
Are you a YouTube baby?
He can tell you when they started, who they are, Jeff, everyone you want to think of.
Cletus.
Nope.
No, don't know him.
Don't know him.
You don't know Cletus? Cletus McFarlane.
You're talking about Cletus who did the country song? I think, was that
No.
He did a country song, Cletus.
You're talking about that Richmond, north of Richmond guy? No, that's
The rich man live in Texas.
Yeah. No. That fucking guy.
Oh.
He had like a song. It got really, really big.
I think that's Cletus, yeah.
Oh, his name is not fucking Cletus.
Was it the
It's some
orange
other
hair?
fucking other
You see
white
what
guy.
happens with
With
him?
the
I
orange
lose every
beard?
bet.
With the orange beard, yeah.
Yeah, he's not a
lose every bet with
YouTuber.
him.
That's not a YouTuber. He was a TikTok.
I thought it was YouTube.
No, he blew up. He might have a
lose every
YouTube.
bet.
He might have a YouTube.
Can I just pause this conversation, although it's going very well?
Shout out.
Shout out to the fucking Crooked Diamond, baby.
It's
Now, hold
sponsored.
on. Now, a lot of people don't know, so I'll give him a little bit.
Can I say something beforehand?
Yeah, go ahead, hit it.
Before he starts that, because we used to get people say, "Oh, they hate each other. Something
They
happened."
got in a fight. People are like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Nothing ever happened like that. Never where we didn't go anywhere. We went different ways for a bunch of little different reasons. Little reasons, really.
Listen, the main reason was Larry's channel was growing. The podcast was growing. I've got so much going on my own. I've got a life. I got 3 kids now. I only had 2 kids then. I was expecting another kid. And just, are you all right, bro?
Jesus, hell, bro.
I'm built
Holy
like a rock.
shit.
Built like a fucking rock. But that was it. It wasn't creative differences.
No.
Because me and Larry, we're basically the same. We still
And
see each other
click.
all the time.
We go to lunch. We see the same
We have
crew.
yeah, we talk about. By the way, the conversations that we have here, we now just have no microphones between us, bro. It's the same fucking shit.
You know, I was telling to someone, they say, even me, I don't go to lunch as much. I can't. I'm just so busy. I travel.
Me neither, bro.
I'm
Shit.
always
Shit is
around
what it is.
somewhere. If I get there, I try to get there once a week
To the lunch.
to the Main Street lunch.
That's nice.
But
man. Did you go today?
no. Today,
did-
I was doing podcasts all day.
Oh, it's because you're going away.
We're going away to California Friday to Monday, and then
What are you guys? You guys doing a show there?
yeah, I told you Jubilee 8.6 million. It's a show called Ranking. A show called Ranking. So we're going there, and then I'll probably do Thomas again. You remember? He called. He said he's gonna be back from Dope as Usual.
Dude, those guys were.
I thought he said he was out of
Great.
town.
You know they got but he's back the 23rd.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is Saturday. When we went out there, what I learned. You remember, man? I hung with those dudes smoking.
That was a noteworthy moment. We go into these guys who smoke fucking weed all the time. Larry smokes, but he doesn't smoke on a high level. Like, you don't get high all day.
No, I couldn't do that.
And we just woke up in the morning after traveling to LA the night before, kind of, getting used to a new house, partying all fucking night. We didn't go to sleep till late. And it was a crew of us. Just what a fucking motley fucking crew. And Larry goes into this fucking place. You probably know the story. He goes into this place. It's like a studio, and we don't know them. I've never seen Dope as Usual at that time. Ever since then, I love them. I listen to them. I follow them. Those guys are fucking awesome. And they put out some good content.
Great content. And they got screwed by the company like a lot of the big guys.
Dude, you know what? That happens all the time. And you know what? Good for them for sticking it out. But anyways, Larry walks in. They hand him 2 fucking joints, fat as fucking. We're, me and Junior, his son, we're fucking looking at each other. And we're thinking like, he's going to smoke those 2. He's going to get too fucking stupid. He's not going to be able to talk. Bullshit, bro. Smoked both fucking joints, kept smoking them, didn't put them down. And the guy says, you don't have to smoke if you put it down. Larry goes, fuck that, bro. I'm smoking. And fucking you smoked both of those and you stayed up. You fucking talked that whole fucking time and you didn't fall asleep.
No, I even told him when he smoked the cigar, if you remember, an Oliva cigar.
That's right.
I said, listen, if you inhale this, I'm going to finish your show. Because he's going to be puking all. He smokes now. He never smoked cigars. He's now a cigar smoker.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what happens when you start hanging out with fucking Larry fucking Lawton.
Oh, okay. And is it good?
Yeah.
Anyway,
the real deal, baby. This is the kind of shit that happens.
Oh, we love that. We still do that same mantra. I told you I had the presidential candidate for the Libertarian Party in here.
Who's that?
Guy named, what was it, Terramat?
Mike Termat.
Mike Termat.
Okay.
So he comes in here. Now, you know me well. Guess what I was wearing?
I don't know.
Basketball shorts, no underwear.
Yeah, that's you. Right.
Not even shoes, socks.
No shoes.
A t-shirt.
Now that I think back on it, I should have guessed. I would have had it right on.
Yeah. You would have totally got it. And a t-shirt. So the guy, he comes in.
A cutoff shirt with stains on it. A cutoff shirt with stains.
If there's no stains on it, is it
the guy? The man walks in with like the most expensive suit he probably owns.
Assistant.
Cuffs, assistant, ties.
I loved it. After a while, we learn that you be you and let them be them.
I was like, I think we have to take pictures. Didn't we forget pictures, guys?
Yeah, I think we have some.
I think, yeah. Oh, I needed them. I was getting those pictures.
So we
I was like, hey, can you scoot a little closer, Mike?
He walks in, assistant, and
got his socks and everything.
He's looking at me funny, right? And then we sat down after 3 questions, a little conversation. He goes, you know your shit. Because obviously I did some research. I know my shit.
You're into the libertarian movement
I'm a libertarian.
Right? Wouldn't you say that's like, if you could align with any political view, it would be the libertarian. Like,
for me,
the fucking sticker.
For me, yeah, totally, 100%.
Although libertarian is not a realistic outlook, and I don't think young voters today should consider being libertarian until it's an actual thing on the table. Right now, it's a wasted vote. I'm sorry to say, and you'll say
you're right. All third parties are a wasted vote. Right
that's what happens. Writing in fucking Kanye is a nice joke, but it doesn't get you to where you need to go. You know what I mean?
This is great because he's 26, you're 38. I'm 62. You're gonna like this. He don't vote, and he made the greatest reason in the world why. I shut up. Right? He goes, Larry, you screwed it up. You tell me how you bought mayors, you had people, and you're right. He goes, my vote don't mean.
Well, this was after like 7 months of him like screaming at me for not voting. It's like, dude.
Well, listen. Larry,
right before this, you just told me that you bought every congressman you could. So
it's not until you lose your right to vote that you realize how much you really want to.
That is true.
Yeah.
Criminals will tell you this all the time. They'll say,
"Oh yeah, you can't vote."
I never thought about.
Can you vote?
Well, here in Florida now we can. There's a law that passed. We can.
Well, I can't, but most can.
Well, you didn't never paid back
millions of dollars.
Dude, what they do is such bullshit. They're making sure you can't vote. They pass a legislation. Oh, I'm gonna put fucking Larry on the soapbox now. They pass a legislation which they say that convicted criminals can now vote. However, if they didn't pay all their dues, what's the actual name for this?
Restitution.
They don't pay the entire restitution or fines, which, by the way, sometimes are way beyond the ability of the fucking convict.
always behind. Like most of them. If it's a poor kid, it's a $20,000 fine.
And there's no fucking way you can pay it.
And if it's a rich guy, it's $10 million.
So basically, unless you fucking pay that, you cannot, and I mean cannot, vote. So they pass the legislation.
And that wasn't in the
people are
original
okay.
intent.
They vote for you to fucking go, right? It's all ready to go. The government says you owe me fucking money.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not gangster.
Actually, it's not only gangster. He's going to tell you some stories about me legally. Because Nick gets mad at me when I get on my legal, because I know law so well. And he goes, damn it, I hate arguing with you when you're a lawyer.
No, well,
You're
he
a jailhouse
literally,
lawyer, and it's fucking hard.
He came up with the question.
Lawyers, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I've seen lawyers and judges submit to your fucking shit.
In here, right?
I've seen it. Not only in here, I've seen it at dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Judges fucking speak out, and Larry goes, no. And the funny thing is, the judge goes, wait, no, actually, you're fucking right.
I did that with Silverman with bail. With Bond.
Has Silverman been doing shows with you?
I did one other one, but not lately. Not in a while. He looks at Dave. He'll come here after a dinner or something. You know, and he's got his bow tie.
He don't Robert. Right?
I like
Dick
it.
goes,
It's fun.
This guy. But then he's fun, and I talk to him differently than anybody does. Because he puts his pants on just like you and I. And that's why we.
But it gets so bad that he will ask the room, like 5 people in here, hey, do you think Biden or Trump are going to win? And we all just say our normal things.
You got a hand problem.
Trump. Yeah, I do. You can't hear
wait.
it. But when it comes to him,
since you brought it up, he can't tell you. He's a judge. He's
no,
an active judge.
him.
Oh, he won't tell you.
No, it's opinion. Who do you think's going to win? We all
based on
we just did it
when
today,
it gets to him, well, if this happens or this, and then if this circumstance, I was like, stop doing that and just give us your yes
all right, then
or
what's your
no,
fucking answer?
dude.
No bullshit.
Again.
No bullshit.
See, I already started going.
I know, listen.
It's a Trump or Biden.
Again. Listen,
look, he's doing it. He's doing it.
There's variables.
Stop.
Motherfucker, as of today, who do you think's going to win?
That's what you guys did last time. I think Trump's going to win.
He said if.
But let me explain something on that. I think there's got to have something let me tell you why I'm mad at Democrats. And I'll say it again. And I didn't say this earlier. I'm not a Republican or Democrat. You know that. I'm very socially liberal, and I'm very not totally
fiscally conservative.
More,
you can
than
say
anything.
that. You can say
no,
that.
I know that
Yeah.
more. I'm so pissed at the Democrats because they didn't give the people, the Democrats, an option of who they want on the ballot. Right. They just put a person up. The primary was a joke. Not a dollar. Nothing went to anything. They just all assume everybody wants Biden, but that's not true. 4 years ago, maybe they did. Now, 4 years later, people might not want him. And
their mistake was doing what they've always done, which is never put a candidate in front of a sitting president.
Nobody does. Neither the Republican Party.
That's what I'm saying. They never did that before, and you're expecting them because Biden is fucking brain dead or sleepy. Sleeping at the wheel is probably the best term I've heard for him. Sleeping at the wheel, that they should do something they've never done before and put a candidate in front of them.
I think every party should give the people as much. If you like Trump or don't like Trump, he went and there were people on stage fighting against him, DeSantis and Haley, or whoever was up there, Christie, whoever's up there fighting against.
Chris, that's a funny fucking
And the people put Trump in office.
Right.
The Republican Party, whether you like it or not. Mm-hmm. Nobody in the Democratic Party of the people put Biden up for president on this time.
Because they don't need to, because...
Why?
Because
there's nothing in the books at all that says you automatically get...
No, there's no automatically, but this is, it's tradition in a sense. Right?
It's a terrible tradition. Plus, a guy can go...
Plus, assuming he does win the fucking primary, as a fucking party, you're telling the world this guy's not fit for it, and you're going to lose the vote. So if this guy wins the primary after being a sitting president that you've never fucking went after... Right, and you do that now, and he fucking loses. He wins the primary. Now you've got a candidate who the party's not completely behind because they did something like bring somebody in front of them, which they've never done before.
Hold on, every party, when once they coalesce with who they want to run for their party, the Republican Party with Trump, they're all going to get behind Trump.
Right.
If Biden wins that presidential primary, even though he's president, he'll have the whole Democratic behind him.
Right.
So now you're giving your party an option to say, wait a minute, you were good. But you know what? I don't think you're going to make 4 more years. You got a terrible vice president, I want to go for somebody else.
But imagine, okay, fine. But imagine now that he actually ends up winning that primary and he does become the candidate and he knows that this party doesn't feel like he's going to go through the next 4 years.
The party's going to do it. It doesn't matter. He won the primary. The majority of the people, and that's what it's all about.
Listen,
just like Trump. How many people you think are going to that like Trump in the Republican Party? Not all of them.
Not all of them, but all of them are going to vote for him.
And all would vote for Democrat if the Democrat wins.
I see what you're saying.
I think you got to at least give the people the option. That was what it's about. When you don't give them an option, who do you vote for if you don't like them?
That's it.
Like you said, the third party vote's a wasted vote, and you're not wrong.
They are wasted votes. Young kids today need to understand, in my opinion, based on some information that I've been reading, is that they got to understand that there's no fucking way that you can vote for whatever party, third party vote that you can put together that's going to make an actual difference in this country. Right now, unfortunately, we're stuck between a fucking rock and a hard place, and that fucking rock and a hard place is the Republican and Democrat parties. And you know what? I'll tell you something about the fucking Democrat Party as a whole, and you know how I feel about it. I don't have no problem.
No, you're very middle of the road, like me.
You know what? I am about as middle of the road as you get. The Democratic Party will make mistake after mistake after mistake, and they've done that. In the last 4 years, the Democratic Party has shown its real fucking face. It's shown that they're willing to go with anybody but Trump. That was the last vote. And you know what? That's never good for fucking democracy. Democracy is about who's going to do better for the country, not who will anybody but that guy. And I just don't believe in that.
That's what the two-party system does.
It's been like that forever.
What my point? No, it hasn't. They had actually the Whigs and stuff a little bit better, but even though
sometime in your lifetime you feel like the
no,
bipartisan
not my
thing
lifetime, not my
previous
lifetime.
to that.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm talking about modern day.
No, 100% right. 100% that it's a two-party, and that's what's wrong. Money is taken over because it's about money. If you gave each candidate, in my opinion, if you get whatever, let's say it's the Libertarian Party, let's say it's the Republican Party, let's say it's the Democratic Party, whatever party, if you give them all equal amount of money to use, right, I think you could change that. Because right now it's a money game. Who's got the most money? Who's got the most money to win? Trump. That's really what it's about. Well, I don't know right now.
No, I know. Listen, Biden's got a lot of money behind him too.
That's what I mean. But you can't get a viable third party unless you get enough funding.
Trump loses this election, he goes to jail.
Wow.
I think that's why he's fighting so fucking hard.
I don't think he's going to go. Here's why.
Can't take Secret Service into jail.
Well,
doesn't he get detail for life?
He does if you've been threatened. It's actually a 10-year thing. And,
he's been threatened.
Yes.
Oh, he's been.
To me, as a fucking Jew, this bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. I lose fucking sleep over it. I know to most people who are listening to this, they don't think about this twice. It's not your family that's in danger. It's not people, if your last name is Smith. And to me, as a fucking Jew, this bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. I lose fucking sleep over it. I know to most people who are listening to this, they don't think about this twice. It's not your family that's in danger. It's not people, if your last name is Smith. Nobody's going around saying fuck everybody that's fucking last name is Smith and that I want to kill him because Smith is a bunch of fucking occupiers. What the fuck are they saying? You know, think about that for a second. This is my family's under attack, bro. And Larry, I'm going to put something, you know, we're going to swing this back to something that's very relevant to this fucking podcast. Your platform in general. If fucking in prison, these are all bad guys in one way or another. Whether they stole money and jewels, whether they fucking murdered somebody or fucking kidnapped, raped, whatever the fucking reason they're in there. Everybody has the same code of ethics. Is that right?
Absolutely.
That code of ethics says that if you fucking murder my fucking clanmate, cellmate, friend, whatever, that I come after you for an eye, right?
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's both eye for my eye, right? The fact of the matter is, if it exists between fucking criminals, the scum of the earth, as some people would say. No, listen, you and me, bro, we have our history. It doesn't make us bad people. We know that people in prison aren't all bad. We know that.
And there are some bad.
But there are some bad. My point is if the, and I'm using this term in the generality on purpose, if the scum of the fucking earth has some sort of system and code of ethics that they live on, we can do that right here in the fucking free world, can't we? Can't we have a code of ethics?
You know
that
it.
If you kill me, I come back and kill you?
Yes.
So why are people saying that fucking Israel should cease fire?
Listen, and in 1776, we
That's
just broke
meant.
up with
How
England.
about that?
We just broke up with the UK, and we needed people to be armed, and they were considered what they call a well-regulated militia. So you couldn't bear arms against the country.
Right.
You can only bear arms as a militia to protect whether your neighbor, your community. So it's not against the government. Listen, if the government wants to come on this block and do whatever it wants, it's going to do it. You don't have tanks, you don't have airplanes, you don't have whatever else it is.
Are you pro guns?
Absolutely.
You pro guns?
Yeah.
Is this like? Are you like a?
I don't shoot guns.
Are you a product of your environment, or you truly are pro guns? Because I'm assuming you were born and raised in Florida?
No, I'm from St. Louis.
St. Louis originally?
Yeah.
How long have you been in Florida?
2 years.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So in St. Louis, that's where you became pro guns, pro Second Amendment.
I don't think I ever thought about it twice.
I think
Absolutely.
you are.
But yeah,
1000%.
every one of my friends, I was around stolen guns. You know. I don't know I don't understand the question. The product of my environment. Is that just
well,
I guess if I'm on a farm.
I assume
if I'm on a farm or something.
No, not a farm, but I assumed you were from Florida. I mean, listen, it's no secret we're in Central Florida here. Yeah. Central Florida is Trump country.
I know what you mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I say, I assumed that you were from here. I didn't know that you just
So I guess the answer would be yeah, because people need them where I'm from.
Benz.
Yeah, people have them and people need them. So
the I-4 corridor isn't Trump. That's Orlando.
No, I'm talking about this
county.
Orlando, maybe not. Orlando, maybe not, but Central Florida as a whole.
See, but Orlando goes to Tampa, which is why they call it the I-4 corridor. And the I-4 corridor is regularly Democratic. So is Miami, Fort Lauderdale, those areas.
Yeah,
and
like
Jackson,
South Florida,
big cities, mostly.
Jacksonville, maybe even Daytona.
No, Orlando. No, I don't know, but you're right. But
Tallahassee.
Again, so. But it's really the big cities: Tampa,
Florida's
Jacksonville,
a red state
Miami.
Through and through. I know that there's
not.
The big
It's
cities
been
are
purple, and it just is kind of leaning. It's such a close state in every election. No matter what you do, it's called. They call them.
I don't know. When
state.
I look around, I see nothing but fucking.
Because we are in a very red county.
Right.
Yeah. Totally agree. But when you go down to South Florida,
it's not like that.
It's not like that, obviously. But
how many trucks do you see rolling around with the Trump flags?
Here,
you see
it happens all the fucking time.
So many.
I feel like the majority of trucks have some sort of "fuck Biden" thing on them.
Listen, I don't agree with that.
It is, right?
I don't agree with that.
It's crazy.
Personally.
Yeah. What, fuck Biden?
Yeah, listen, he's the president of the United States, whether you like it or not.
I agree.
And do I think he should be president? No. Personally, no.
You know what was killing me about all these fucking diehard Republicans? It was killing me that they were all... Do you remember the Not My President movement?
Yeah.
That happened when Trump got
I'm moving out. And
yeah. But I'm talking about specifically about the Not My President
movement. Same people are like, that's ignorant to say. You're so ignorant.
The same fucking people that said, hey, you got to back up the president no matter what. He's your president and live with it, are not doing it the other way around. Mm-hmm. I mean, what a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, they're all like, grow up.
Everything is what do you do? What do you do for us now, so to speak, if you want to call it that? And listen, I get that. See, everybody's got to take the reason. Listen. Am I a Trump fan? No. But do I think Trump is better for me and the economy and everything than Biden? Absolutely. First of all, I don't think...
It's a big statement.
And I don't also think Biden is capable of really dealing with world leaders. Listen, I mean, in a way that kind of... Trump's got that crazy part of him that they think he's not...
I like to use the example, he's the crazy man with the grenade. Nobody wants to fuck around with the crazy guy who's got a grenade.
Obama, they thought, hey, he might make a point that he's tough on something because he's a black guy. He's the first black president. And, that's what they're thinking, so to speak.
He wasn't that strong from an international standpoint.
He was good.
I think Trump's foreign affairs were pretty good.
I don't know about that either when you talk about Russia and what he did with Putin and made the line change. You remember all that whole thing? When he had the meeting privately? I didn't like that.
All I know is in the last 4 years of presidency where Trump's not been around.
Gas prices suck.
2 fucking wars broke out. The fucking, the criminal countries of the world, we'll call them, Russia, China, North Korea, and all them are getting together and fucking having balls to talk as a fucking united front. You didn't have that when Trump was running.
Food and gas prices gone through the roof for a family.
But that has to do more with COVID and the shortages.
It should be over by now, you would think, anyway.
It's not. That supply chain takes a long time to replenish itself. Now, the problem is, once the price go up, it never comes back down.
We know that. Look at how quick gases go up. And the price of a barrel of oil is cheap.
Yeah.
It's low.
$4 a gallon, that's the reality, man. That's what we pay.
Yeah, I got an RV. You don't think I know that?
Imagine the motherfuckers who are listening to this who are sitting in California paying $6 a gallon.
Matter of fact, who said that to me not long ago? Go to England. Someone was telling me $6, $7 a gallon.
They buy it by the liter.
It was David.
Oh, my brother. Yeah, my brother. Goes to show you what my brain is.
That's why I'm kind of like having a little like, we're going to have to work on the whole filming that many podcasts today.
Oh, no.
We can do it. We just got to work on the not having the same conversations.
What we're doing, we're coming to...
The bike. I like to fuck around.
Oh, Shane Gillis.
Oh, he said, that makes sense.
You didn't remember him. All right, we're going to get a couple of things. We're going to move on from there. We're going to, obviously, I love that, the presidential stuff and all that kind of stuff. Let's go on to what do you think is going to happen right now if Biden wins?
Nothing.
What do you think is going to happen if Trump wins?
Riots.
No, he wins? Mm-hmm. You think there's going to be riot? You think the Democrats are going to riot?
The left's going to fucking riot.
I think that's why. Before. I think that's why he won the last election.
I just totally
they didn't want to deal with it.
If Trump loses, you might get a riot.
No,
they did it in Capitol.
I think that
was the freaking Capitol, guys. That happened already.
Yeah. But that was just one. That was just one little one.
They didn't riot about Trump becoming president. They rioted about every single little thing that happened.
No, they rioted because they said it was a rigged election.
Oh, that's when the
I said the Capitol riots.
Yeah.
So if that happened then,
bro, that could never happen again.
Well, if Trump loses, does it happen?
Bro, that's so embarrassing. As an American, you have to fucking look at yourself and say the fact that they managed to get into our fucking
now.
Capitol.
I'm gonna go to a subject that you know about because I have to.
What?
The Israeli. Hold on, before I say it, everybody on the podcast knew. They knew. You know that because we did it for a while, and they knew you're pro-Israel because you're from Israel. You were born there.
I was.
Your sister was in the military, or just she's out of the military.
My entire family, not just
your whole entire family, the whole works. You're from Israel,
right?
And I told
part of the
Israeli, yeah.
Is that their military?
Yeah,
well, that's cool.
Yeah. Listen,
that's
Nick,
cool as hell.
The reason I'm asking is, and I'm not saying this. I always told you you're the one who knows the most about it. Whether you lean your way, just like I'd lean American, obviously.
Bro, at the end of the day, my family. What happened on October 7th, and I don't even
October 7th.
I don't even
say
like
it what it is.
about
Just tell people what happened on October.
They know what happened October.
I don't.
7th. Yeah, you do.
Until you tell me.
Okay, well, listen. What happened on October 7th was an absolute fucking travesty. Something like that could happen this day and age. And the fact that they even have fucking
you're talking about when they started shooting?
They didn't start shooting rockets. They've been shooting rockets for years. That's not the fucking problem. We got the Iron Dome that was taking it. They broke into Israel in a systematic fucking attack. They raped women. They killed people at a fucking concert.
Yep.
They blew up babies. They cut the heads off of babies. They raped little fucking girls, and they took it all on fucking video with their GoPros and posted it to the fucking internet. Those fucking people, they're not Palestinian, by the way. I don't know what you heard. Those are fucking Hamas people. That's a terrorist fucking organization. If you have something else to say about that, go fuck yourself. And the fact of the matter is, listen, I don't even like to talk about this. The fact of the matter is, the people of Palestine, the people in Gaza are suffering not because of Israel occupation. That's bullshit. I'm moving along.
Yeah. That's okay. I know, and I love that. No, wait, keep going.
Listen, I didn't even want to talk about this. You know this. You brought it up anyway because
I have to, because it's a topic people know you know, and
I don't fucking
you heard
know
them
it.
talk about that when we got comments. You heard that all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they don't know.
Listen, at the end of the day, what happened, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the history. I'm not going to sit here and tell you why Israel is justified. Educate yourself on your own. Read between the fucking propaganda and the lines and the bullshit. Israel has never done anything to start a fucking war. Israel's like Americans. Think about the way you feel about yourself. You want to go to school, work, whatever, come back home, smoke a fucking cigar or a joint, watch some TV, scratch your nuts, get a blowjob, and go to sleep. That's what Israelis want to do. They don't give a fuck about killing anybody. They don't give a fuck about oppression. They don't want to oppress anybody. They're not occupying anybody's land. It's all fucking bullshit. What they did was a fucking terroristic act, the worst of its fucking kind. The worst thing that's happened to fucking Jews since the fucking Holocaust. And the fact of the matter is, all the shit that's been happening to fucking Gaza could have been fucking avoided if they weren't run by a fucking terrorist organization. I'll leave it there.
Great. Now here's the question. I just watched on the news. where Biden says, about the arms not given because they're doing things. You get an argument you'll hear other podcasts I was on.
I just want to tell you one thing before you go into it. Yeah. I purposely ignore the fucking news because it pisses me off, the fucking misinformation and the stupid fucking narratives that the fucking media puts together based on something that even the fucking people who write the fucking news articles have no fucking idea about.
He's on a roll. The cursing. I mean,
it's been done. It's been done.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
So I'm not paying attention to what's currently said, what Biden's saying. I don't give a fuck what he says. Fact of the matter is, and I'll say this is the most fucking important thing. If Israelis truly didn't give a fuck about human lives in Gaza, the war would have been over 24 hours later. They would have fucking sheetrocked the whole fucking country, killed everybody and buried them right there wherever they fucking stood. The fact that they didn't do it is because they care about civilians. So what Biden says, I don't give a fuck. The guy's barely awake. I know even his supporters know this at this point. This isn't a liberal or fucking conservative. I'm not taking any sides politically. I don't give a fuck about both sides. Trump's a fucking liar. But at the end of the fucking day, Biden isn't gonna, you know what he's doing right now? He's protecting his fucking votes because fucking unfortunately here in the United States, there's a lot of misinformation. The fact that there's hundreds of thousands of people yelling fucking free Palestine or from the river to the sea, Palestine would be free. What river? What sea? They have no fucking clue. And where's Israel gonna go? I don't give a, go back to where you came from. This is where we come from, motherfucker. 5,000 years ago. So whatever Biden is saying on the news is irrelevant to me, bro.
Fuck.
I like that.
Fuck shit cock.
No.
I was about to say, you want one in?
You know I respect your opinion.
I like that.
He knew exactly what was going to happen when he brought this up.
Yeah, I know.
You knew exactly. Even I told you I didn't want to fucking talk about this.
Easy. I didn't know. I love that you do it. First of all, I think your words should be heard. That is a person who lived there, had family there, or has family there. And what you said was what you believe. And you know how we are here. So second, the big argument is, Israelis going to wipe out a hospital and to get one key figure and wipe out 50 or 100 civilians. First of all, for the record, on a podcast, I said, if that was me and if I was Benjamin Netanyahu, after that first missile hit, I would have wiped out the fucking country.
Right.
That's what I said.
Right.
And I know, and people, and I told him, he knows what I'm going to say, because, hey, stop it, America, telling Israel how to use any kind of weapon. Because we dropped 2 bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, and we decimated millions of civilians. To this day, they have crap, but we justified it because we're not going to lose 100,000 more Americans doing the groundwork because we were winning at that point.
You couldn't do that in today's day and age.
What?
You couldn't justify it to the people. The people here are against the country as much as the people that are against the country. It's unbelievable.
What?
People
That's pretty true.
Here, it's 100%.
He said it pretty
true,
right.
Bro.
Yeah.
People within this country care about this country less than the people who hate this fucking country. It's a weird fucking environment to be in.
I don't think so. When
saving 100,000 soldiers,
have you ever been on TikTok,
fucking
bro?
Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Would you do that? Would you make that decision again today?
Me, yes.
To save 100,000 soldiers.
Listen, put it. Let's phrase it differently. 100 of us.
Lawyer. I said lawyer.
No, 100 of us live in a house. We're brothers. The house next door comes and murders my guy, cuts his head off. You don't think I go in that whole house and wipe that house out?
I got a better hypothetical for you. Assuming fucking Mexico shot one rocket over the fucking California border.
I said that about Canada.
All right, Canada, whatever.
Right.
Mexico, right? What do you think happens the same fucking minute?
We wipe that country off the map.
60 to 70 miles from the border would be fucking sheetrock, would be napalm to fucking barbecue smell everywhere, bro. Mexicans burning everywhere. And you think the fucking people would be out in the streets fucking saying, Viva la Mexico, fucking help Mexico? No, they don't give a fuck. You know why? Because Mexicans aren't Jewish, and it's anti-Semitism that's driving this whole fucking pro-Palestine bullshit.
That is... my point was it's prejudice or whatever it is.
Yeah.
However you look at it.
However, I will say this, and I have to say this, because Israelis, we're not fucking animals. We're not the fucking people that I'm fucking just...
So you're saying that didn't happen, though? I want to get that on the record.
What didn't happen?
That the Israeli didn't wipe out a hospital and kill people.
No, 100% bullshit.
My brother, argument, news, because he heard it on the news.
Yeah.
It's not true.
News. I've heard a lot of things on the news.
Okay. Where would you recommend somebody that doesn't understand.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
So you know what I mean? Where do you go to get the kind of correct news? Because you know what happens on the internet. People go to the tribe or the system they want. They don't go to get independent information.
You want real information? Have conversations with other fucking Israeli citizens, with Palestinian citizens who would tell you that they fucking hate Hamas just as much as Israel does. The fact of the matter is, and I want to say this because I got to clear that one thing up.
Yeah.
I don't want innocent people to die. Whether they're fucking Palestinian, whether they're fucking Egyptian, Jordanian, whatever they are, I don't care. I don't want anybody to die. Mm-hmm. What I do care about, though, is I care about the fucking 0.4% of the fucking population of the world, which is the fucking Jews, that people are constantly trying to fucking annihilate and race off this fucking earth. And to me, as a fucking Jew, this bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. I lose fucking sleep over it. I know to most people who are listening to this, they don't think about this twice. It's not your family that's in danger. It's not people, if your last name is Smith, nobody's going around saying fuck everybody that's fucking last name is Smith and that I want to kill him because Smith is a bunch of fucking occupiers. What the fuck are they saying? You know, think about that for a second. This is my family's under attack, bro. And Larry, I'm going to put something, you know, we're going to swing this back to something that's very relevant to this fucking podcast. Your platform in general. If fucking in prison, these are all bad guys in one way or another. Whether they stole money and jewels, whether they fucking murdered somebody or fucking kidnapped, raped, whatever the fucking reason they're in there. Everybody has the same code of ethics. Is that right?
Absolutely.
That code of ethics says that if you fucking murder my fucking clanmate, cellmate, friend, whatever, that I come after you for eye for an eye, right?
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's both eye for my eye, right? The fact of the matter is, if it exists between fucking criminals, the scum of the earth, as some people would say. No, listen, you and me, bro, we have our history. It doesn't make us bad people. We know that people in prison aren't all bad. We know that.
And there are some bad.
But there are some bad. My point is if the, and I'm using this term in the generality on purpose, if the scum of the fucking earth has some sort of system and code of ethics that they live on, we can do that right here in the fucking free world, can't we? Can't we have a code of ethics?
You know
that
what?
If you kill me, I come back and kill you.
Yes.
So why are people saying that fucking Israel should cease fire?
Listen, on the microcosm, yes. You're in a house, like you said, that same thing I was saying. You do. When you get into the political end, and the meaning, what's sad about the situation is, you're right. It's a piece of what do you call it? Not religious. Yeah, religious land, I guess you would have, right? That land that you're all on, isn't that what they fight over?
No.
So you don't think
it's not a war about land?
Well, it's not a war about where Christ was and this was and the Muslims were.
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
So why is that? Why then? What is the most people die over over religion? You know, some religion of some sort.
The total annihilation of the Jewish people. That's what they want. It's in their charter. And by the way, once they're done with the Jews, they're coming for you, Baba. Right, look it up. The charter is available online. The Hamas charter is public information. Go do some reading. Use Google Translate from Arabic to English so you can understand it better. The charter is the total annihilation of the Jewish people. The total annihilation of the Jewish people and any other infidels then after, which includes includes every motherfucker that passes down the street, and includes every motherfucker who doesn't bow to the fucking Quran. And dude, they're not fucking kidding. And by the way, I don't hate Islam. I think Islam, it can be a peaceful fucking...
Matter of fact, it is, and I read the Quran
I know it.
3 times.
I know it.
And it says if you kill an innocent,
this isn't
you
Islam,
die
bro.
a fiery death.
This is not Islam. This isn't a Muslim against Jewish war. This is an extremist, anti-fucking Semite war to totally annihilate the Jews. That's all they want. It has nothing to do with land. Land is just the objective that they fucking tie on to. From the river to the sea, Palestine would be free. You know what that means? The river is the Jordan River. The sea, what sea is it?
Red Sea, probably?
No.
What?
See, a lot of people don't know this. It's the fucking ocean, right? Anywhere in between would be erased. Palestine would be free. I mean, erase Israel off the fucking earth. Erase all the Jews. Kill them all. Go back to where they came from. I've heard this.
I have a question for that. That's a good question.
Okay.
Wait, is a sea and ocean different?
No.
Okay.
Actually, no.
No, just okay.
You said what sea, and he said
ocean river. They can have a
he
river
said
or a
the
lake.
Red Sea because the Red Sea is
right,
touches
around there.
Israel in the south.
Question for you.
What's up?
I understand, and I totally understand, and
By the way, I'm no expert on this.
No. You're giving your opinions. Absolutely. Remember that when you say it's opinion fact? Remember we watch the internet 24/7. Watch some of the people when they do a criticism. Well, this is a fact, but it's my opinion. And what is the other one?
It's the best when they say, well, I know for a fact, and then they give you their fact, and at the end they just go, allegedly, and then they move on.
Allegedly, just it's law.
Facts don't mean facts anymore.
My point is, why isn't other, or are they, or other, let's call them extremist countries, groups, or do they also want the annihilation of Israel?
Yep.
And with that,
Iran's leading that movement, is funding it. So you have the Hezbollah in Lebanon. You've got the Houthis or whatever in Yemen. They're the ones shooting rockets at the fucking
American ships right now. Right.
Yeah. All over the world, not all Arabs, not all Muslims, but most Muslim countries have a density of Jewish hate.
It blows me away, right, because of that. And you and I talked about this one time on a show, and it was really good. There's more Jews in America than there is in Israel.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And there's more Muslims in Israel than there are Jews.
Yeah.
You see that? More Muslims than Jews. And they still want to wipe out that country.
Well, the fact of the matter is Israel's the only country.
I didn't know that. I remember I looked that up. And you were right.
Israel's the only country. It's true.
I know it was.
Israel's the only country in the world where Muslims, Jews, Christians, Catholics, and whatever else, they all live in fucking perfect harmony and everybody has equal rights. Did you know that? They're trying to say that Israel's committing genocide, but the numbers have doubled in the last 10 years. How are they committing? This is the worst fucking genocide in the world.
They're pretty bad at genocide.
Yeah. Well, we're killing them so fucking slow that they're doubling in numbers. It's fucking total bullshit. The whole occupation thing and all that. It's so much of it is bullshit. Unfortunately, the youth today is fed propaganda that they happen to believe. Not only that, the young college kids and young people in their 20s in general and like late teens, they tend to believe any narrative that has the save people behind it, right? I mean, we're hippies in nature. Young people, and they see the good in the world and they don't see all the bad in the world. It's very common. And so what they do is they want to fight for a cause. Unfortunately, the facts that they're fed are not facts. We just talked about that, right? It's all propaganda, and they get false information and they fucking go with it. You know what I mean? They don't research anything for themselves because it doesn't matter to them.
You're right in that regard, because I always feel that people go to what they want to believe down deep, or even not down deep.
That's why
that
they
hits
call that
them, and then they keep looking on sites that will agree with them. And see, I always did studies
on that.
I watched Fox and MSNBC when I did.
Right.
I don't watch any of that shit now.
Well, you're not immune to that. It's human nature to read and agree with the things that align with your thought patterns. You know what I'm saying? It's one of these things where you have to almost be a third being to see yourself doing it. We all read things that we think are true.
So in that regard, how do you yourself how do you fix this? Is Israeli doing everything they can? Or how do you fix it?
They're doing everything they can to spare innocent lives. Yes, they are.
I want those labels.
You want the labels? What are you going to do with them?
We're making a whole thing. You ever see the art that comes out of that?
Oh, yeah.
Remember I did it?
Yeah, I remember they had a whole table.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyways, let's fucking switch gears, all right?
Okay, we all gonna switch. I just want one more, and that's it.
All right.
Is there anything you recommend anybody go to that's just gonna give them a more I think
Yeah.
No, I read the BBC. Answer. I didn't get a straight answer. I read the BBC or watch it sometimes.
Fuck the BBC.
More than I watch the American news.
All right.
Both, for world news.
Both bullshit.
For world. Where would you go? For
news?
Yeah.
Listen, you read all the outlets, you get your news, and then if you want to know whether or not the shit is true, have conversations. Have conversations.
Okay, that's the only answer.
I got a fucking emergency. I got to take this call.
Really?
I do, yeah.
You have how is it that bad?
Yeah, well, listen, I got a baby at home. My wife.
Oh, no. Go.
3 times in a row. So you guys take this. I'll be right back, all right?
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
it's the real deal. We ain't pausing shit.
No.
Right back,
absolutely. You got to. Just to let everybody know, Benz has 3 kids now.
Oh.
He had 1 back then, and now he's got 3. And listen, when you have kids, that's the one thing you can't stop, obviously, because what happens if something, really happens? It's not like you have an assistant outside waiting. So
nannies are expensive. So
I told you, I agreed earlier that I would have wiped the country out. If I know it's cruel, but it's something that I understand why it happens, but I just look at it and say, if we're here and the neighborhood next door bombed us, what would I do? I'd go bomb them back or wipe them out or bomb them bigger than they bombed me.
You got a bigger button?
I got a bigger button, like Trump said to the little Kim Jong-un. You got a little button. I got the big button.
So you got a button, huh?
Yeah, I got a bigger one.
I got a bigger one.
Listen, I happen to agree with that. And people will say to me, oh, but you're not looking at the humanitarian side. I am, but the world is real. It's real. He made a good analogy about prison. If you do something in prison, there's going to be a consequence for it. And obviously, I think so I'm one that says, like, Dave is just, what happens with my brother. My brother watches things, then it's fuck the lights. But it's what he wants to do, and that's why he's the greatest. That's why he's the greatest newsman on the internet right now. If you don't know who the greatest news guy in all of the internet is, you have to go watch David Lawton. David Lawton is now the Walter Cronkite of the era. Walter, who is that?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Walter Cronkite was the most important guy in the news because they didn't have cable, so everybody just watched one news show.
How
you
toxic?
Watch one news show.
Is that?
Do you know how much powerful that guy is?
So
everything
toxic.
okay?
No, I have to go. But listen.
Oh man, I hope everything.
Yeah, everything's okay. I just gotta go. It's a little bit of a situation at the house. But
man, I don't want to. Oh, give me 2 minutes.
I enjoyed
2
this.
minutes.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Okay. First of all, I'm glad. I didn't want to have that. You know that. I wanted to keep going and have some fun and stuff like that.
For sure. Because you
got to come back.
I'm sorry that I have to cut it
I
short,
know.
man.
I just told him that's what happens in shows like this. It is what it is, and that's it. We don't go, baby. And we do it. Benz, first of all, you got to come back. You got to come back, and we got to do stuff.
I look forward to it. I enjoy this.
I love this.
Here,
you know me. This is what I like.
Right, I know.
Conversations that people start looking and say, what do you mean? Right. I know. Say hi to Amanda, of course.
We'll do.
The kids make sure. I'll see you at lunch. But because I haven't seen you
soon.
around.
I'll come for a show. When you guys are going to LA soon, right?
Mm-hmm. Friday.
When you come back from LA, we'll do this again.
Absolutely, man.
All right, guys.
Yep.
Take care.
Larry.
Man, I love that. That was really good. Hey, and you know something? Your opinion is, I just told Moya out there.
Stealing your cigar.
And matter of fact, I had something for you.
What's that?
I thought you were going to flip them off.
Oh, rockin' lighter. Hey, thank you very much.
No, because you always bust my chops.
I know, you never want to get, he gives everybody a fucking
No. You got a lighter from Sam. Don't bullshit me.
Love you guys. I'll see you guys.
Get out of here. I said it before and even just now, it says, I'd wipe the whole freaking country out.
Yeah, listen, it's not that simple because we don't want to kill everybody.
To me, to be honest, you're more nice than me because I would.
Well, I know what it's like to be hunted. You know what I mean?
Listen, I want to be the hunter, not the hunted.
That's true. All right, boys. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, Larry.
You got it. Ben, take care. Be careful. I totally agree. I'm sorry he had to go, but he's got a good opinion, and he's well-spoken on his opinion. Mm-hmm. So I think that's important. You never told me where you were at. Would you bomb the whole country?
I don't have an opinion.
You have no opinion?
No.
Why is that? I mean, why don't young people have opinions?
People get mad at me for not having an opinion, and people get mad at me for having an opinion. So I just don't have one. I'm not in that right now.
Here's the thing.
Why do I have to be in it?
Well,
can you tell me that?
Okay. Well, because I think
Does every single person have to be involved in this right now? Every person on the world
should have to have an opinion of when people die.
Being involved in it. Everyone has to
I
be
didn't say no one's there fighting or something, but I think you should because what your money that you pay in taxes is going towards this. Okay. So don't you think you should have a say and not only that, an opinion?
Should. Yeah, I just don't.
I get it, and I know you very well. So, but I just think that's part of why I think
I don't have an opinion because I don't know what's going on.
Right.
I couldn't even tell you who were the Jews.
Why do you want to learn or
no? I don't want to learn about this.
So you want to just live in a cocoon or a bubble?
No, I just don't want to learn about this.
What would make you start getting into a situation or a topic or something that happens? What would make that? What would do that to you?
I don't know.
Like if they took off YouTube and said it was no good, would you get mad?
I'd talk about that. Why'd you do that? Yeah, I'd get mad.
But would you look into it and see what the reason is?
It actually affects me and my everyday life.
That's what I'm saying.
So there you go. There's your answer. If it affects my every single day life, yeah, I'll have an opinion on it. But when I'm actually ignorant on the subject, no, I don't have an opinion on it. I'm super ignorant on the topic.
I understand that, but I always think it does affect your life.
Should I waste some time and go learn about it? You want me to do that?
No, don't waste any time. Okay. Get back to Eddie.
All right. I'll go learn about it. It might take me 5 days to learn about this.
No, we don't have 5 days. Sorry, everybody. He doesn't have 5 days. No, I'm going to go here next. So, and then, I used to be a big, I was worse than my brother with news. Mm-hmm. I was. Yeah. Not now, obviously. We got more going on than just the news.
Yeah.
And probably people seeing me not talk to just nobody, but I'm talking to Nick, the producer. We had to go.
There's a group shot right there, buddy.
Which one? That one? Oh, I'm sorry. That's the group shot. But anyway, I understand. I was a big news guy, and here's what changed my news being. I used to watch the news every single day for probably out. Like when we watch YouTube, I would have news on all day long. What we do.
Yeah, it's just negative.
Not only was it negative, I found that it almost doesn't matter. What happened today, let's say, and you're getting an uproar with Trump or anybody else, 6 months later, you won't even know who he is.
So you're on my side.
I'm on your side, but I think you should have an opinion. That's all I say.
But if it doesn't matter, why do I need to waste any of my brain power on that? You just said that in 6 months.
But I get what I do understand, because I've learned, I still think you or me, and I do this, I at least watch the news once a week, the national news, or what do you want to call it, to kind of get a little bit of a grasp on certain things. That's it. Not a lot. We got enough over here. We watch and we read, and then we watch what we want to watch, which I like. But I also believe that you should get a little bit of a grasp. It's like, let me give it this way. If you live in Florida, if a hurricane is coming, I watch the news every day because I want to see if it's going to come hit here, and affect my life. It's kind of like the news. You should watch a little bit, because if something really goes way out of whack around the world, it could affect us.
I'll see that in my algorithm.
Yeah, I'm not living by an algorithm that YouTube thinks I want. I want to know what I want. Or anybody wants. That's my opinion. And I think it's crazy. I know this is up afterwards because this is going up next Tuesday, but we're going to California. Are you excited to go?
Yeah.
We're going on a show we told about. It's called...
Weather's nice.
Weather's always nice.
Weather's nice here now, though. So
yeah, it's kind of beautiful.
I don't want to lose the last of this good weather.
Well, it's not like, we're done. Our life's over after this.
I'm saying now, then we have to go through summer in a few weeks.
Do you miss seasons?
Yes, a lot.
Why do you think the summer in St. Louis is good? It's hot as...
No, it's not.
Hotter
it's
than
not
here.
good. I complain more in St. Louis about the heat.
Right.
We have brick buildings with too small of ACs. Like
100%.
real
It's
brick.
like New York, yeah.
Real brick, No,
I know. When it's hot, it's hot.
Yeah, it holds it all in, and then it gets hotter.
100%. So,
and it's always humid.
So you just like the
I like
the
cold.
fall?
Yeah, I like the
You
cold.
don't like winter?
I do like winter. I love winter.
You like to get up and change tires if you have to, or get clothes and buy different stuff. There's so many things I don't like about winter. Spring and fall, like 70 to 65, 60.
But that's just a cheating answer. You can't get everything in the world,
Well, you have to try.
You have to try. You got to try. You have to try.
With that said, I think we could get going. Nick?
Yeah.
Honestly, I always think he's got a good opinion on something.
Yeah.
Whether you believe all of it or not, that's up, of people. But he is versed on it. He's from Israel on that topic, and he's also families there, sisters-in-law. He's told some stories on the show about things his sister had to do.
So here's my opinion. It's not on them, but if you're in a war, yeah, you should have the right to nuke the other fucking side.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it takes.
I don't care what kind of war it is. It could be a cold war. You can turn that bitch up fast. It can get real hot real quick.
You know how I analyze that?
If
The Rock is after you, you're not going to beat him physically.
No, I'm gonna fucking shoot head. Like
That-
I like
there
that.
you
This is my
go.
favorite thing. I don't care if you're 6'2". This 4'5" is gonna put you 6 foot under. Like it does not matter.
See, that's my opinion as
Like-
well. There's no such thing as a fair fight.
Yeah.
If you're in a fight,
I've-
fight. First of all, you fight for the right reasons.
You ever been
obviously.
shot in the knees? You're not 6 foot anymore. You know, like,
And you're begging me, I don't shoot you in the
Yeah.
head. But so I do agree with that. And that's the only reason I say that is because everybody who thinks fighting is fair is out of whack. Fighting is not fair, and it's the one who's got maybe the bigger balls or the bigger, it's not the bigger gun. And if you have that big gun, you got to be able to use. It's like the person, I always tell people, if you own a gun, you better be willing to shoot somebody. Don't pull it out to threaten me, because then I'm going to take that gun and stuff it up your ass and shoot you. You know, my point is...
oh no! If you point a gun at someone, you better pull the trigger, dude.
Absolutely. I mean,
We
and I
had
hope
a-
you don't. First of all, I'm telling everybody out there, I hope you don't. I hope you don't have to even do that. I'm not that kind of a guy. I'm not even a gun guy. I don't even want a gun.
We had an incident on 55 in Missouri where this guy was waving a gun at this other guy, and he had a kid in the car.
Oh.
And he was like, pull over, pull over. So he pulled over. The guy pulled over. And then as soon as the other guy got out of the car with a gun, he blew his AR through the windshield and killed him. Because he was like, I have like my kid in the car, dude. I'm not getting
I
out
hope
of the car.
nothing happened to him.
No. He shot right through his windshield, didn't even open the door and argue with the guy. As soon as the guy got out of his car with the gun, he shot right, got his AR from the back seat and shot through the windshield.
You know what a lot of people say? You shouldn't have stopped. You should have drove to a police station. You should have did a lot of things.
No, because that guy could have shot him at any second in the road.
Why pull over?
Pull over so you can get your AR.
Oh, to defend yourself. in
Yeah,
case he
at
did.
any point, that guy could have literally pulled the trigger. If he's on the side of you, pointing
Yeah.
a gun at you, you're not going to be able to get your AR.
Yeah, but
And that guy's not gonna leave you
But hold
alone.
on, they call that immediate danger. Once you get out of an immediate danger, meaning once the car's behind you or in front of you, you could have stopped. You could have got off an exit and went to a police station. You could have called help. You should have got on your
At
phone.
all
called
points in the
911.
time, he's pointing a gun at the dude.
Then why pull over? Race away.
So racing away is dangerous too. With a kid in the car?
Yeah. No, listen. People on the other side will always say,
No, yeah, I know,
there's
but
a way out.
That's not,
And-
those. What the guy did was facts, no alleged. He had every right to pull over and defend himself.
In that case, go for it. Is this Benz's phone or is this your phone?
It's my phone.
Oh, I just didn't know whose phone it was in case he made a thing. Oh, yeah, I see the crack. Anyway, with that, anything else to report?
No.
All right, we will see you next Friday is our next show, and we are coming out. We're going to be regular on all our shows. Have a great day, everybody. Please stay safe.
Don't touch anything. It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.